Good evening, everybody. This is your Sunday evening forecast update with the National Weather Service, New Orleans, Baton Rouge. We've had a pretty active day today, especially on the North Shore. Those of you on the South Shore, as you can see from this map, this is observed rainfall today. There's no numbers down here on the south part because you guys had less than an inch of rainfall. You can still see there was some streaks of half an inch to an inch. But up here on the North Shore, Baton Rouge metro area into Livingston, and even this swatch into Tangi and St. Tammany got the most rainfall, averaging about 4 to 6 inches, and then the periphery had, 2 to 3, 2 to 4 inches. We did have quite a few flash flood warnings today, and quite a few reports around Baton Rouge of water over the roadways, cars being stalled out, water coming into the yards of houses. And if you guys would like to see a text version of the rainfall above an inch, we did issue this public information statement. It listed out by county and parish, and you can kind of get an idea on some of the gauges, what they receive, which is, very similar to what we saw on the map. So because of this, not only did we have some of that flash flooding, area flooding, we also saw an increase in our river flooding as well. If you guys live along the river, you're probably familiar with this page. I'm going to go back a little bit here. If you go to our website, weather.gov/LIX, you can go to weather.gov and click on the area. Here under rivers and lakes, if you click on it, you can see our river forecast page. The first tab that's going to come up is your observations, and it'll show you what the rivers currently are in. So anything orange is minor flooding, yellow is action stage or near flood stage, and then the green is below flood stage. Now, if you go up here to river forecasts, this is what we're forecasting the rivers to get to. So you can see we have some minor stage and some moderate. Now, depending on where you're at, you can hover and you can get a little pop-up on the side. So the Tangipahoa Robert here, you can see what the current level of the river is, and that's the blue line. And then the dotted line is what the forecast is going to get to. So you can kind of hover into areas around your house, or maybe you have neighbors or friends, and you can kind of see that a lot of these rivers are coming up into minor flood and a few into moderate flood. And if you click on those, you can also get more information as you scroll down, and you can also see what is impacted at what flood levels. So take a look at that. So outside of that, we still have a lingering flood watch for the North Shore that will probably get canceled here in a few hours, and if not, it expires at midnight, so we'll keep an eye on that. The bright green here is those river flood warnings. We also have a dense fog advisory in effect for the waters and kind of the southeast portion of Louisiana and coastal Mississippi. That means that visibilities could get below a quarter mile. Make sure you leave extra time for your commute tomorrow morning. Make sure you slow down. If you get into foggy conditions, it can be actually pretty dangerous. And let's talk about the weather for the coming week. We do actually have a front moving in Tuesday into Thursday. This is just a frontal analysis, so cold fronts, warm fronts, low pressure areas. And as we step through, this will be Monday morning. You can see that there is a front that's sitting over the area, and that's going to linger some showers into tonight, into tomorrow. And then eventually that front will move through Monday night into Tuesday, but it will kind of stall again. You can see how the blue line is still sitting over southeast Louisiana. So that's going to leave the warmer temperatures, the humidity, and even some lingering showers. And as we move through into Thursday, you can see that the front finally clears out, and that's where we're really going to get a break from those temperatures and that humidity. And that will bring us into what the forecast is this week. For anybody who watches me do this, I just kind of pick a couple areas that are representative of the region, just to get you an idea of what the highs and lows are going to be for the next 7 days. You can see that we stay pretty warm in the upper 60s, mid 70s through Thursday, and then we drop into the upper 50s, lower 60s for Friday and Saturday. And that's when those low temperatures will also drop into the 40s, and the northern areas will probably see lows in the mid to upper 30s. We get the precip that kind of lingers, then we have more rainfall Thursday as the front actually moves through, and then we go to dry weather Friday into Saturday. Well, I think that's it for us tonight. If you have any questions, comment on the post. If you have any pictures or reports of flooding today, please also tweet at us, and post it on Facebook. Thanks.